Well, good day and welcome on day 24 of our Lenten series, Eyes on Jesus. And today, Jesus is full of compassion. And this is a reference to Mark chapter 6, verse 24. And Jesus, when he came out, saw a great multitude and was moved with compassion for them, because they were like sheep, not having a shepherd. So he began to teach them many things. In Matthew 14:14, we see how Jesus was compassionate towards the people in their sickness. It says, and when Jesus went out, he saw a great multitude, and he was moved with compassion for them, and healed their sick. So the multitude marveled when they saw the mute speaking, the maimed made whole, the lame walking, and the blind seeing. And they glorified the God of Israel. Friends, you might be going through a time of sickness at this point and not knowing what's going to happen, and just turn your eyes to Jesus and allow him to have compassion on you and bring his healing. In Matthew 15:32, we see Jesus calling his disciples to himself and saying, I have compassion on the multitude, because they have now continued with me 3 days and have nothing to eat. And I do not want to send them away hungry, lest they faint on the way. You see, Jesus saw their predicament, their need, and he met their need. He had compassion on them and provided for them. And whatever your need is today, call on the name of the Lord, and he will answer you. In Luke 7, verse 12 through 15, we see Jesus coming to a city called Nain, and there he saw a funeral. And behold, a dead man was being carried out, the only son of his mother, and she was a widow, and a large crowd from the city was with her. When the Lord saw her, he had compassion on her, and said to her, Do not weep. Then he came and touched the open coffin, and those who carried him stood still. And he said, Young man, I say to you, arise. So he who was dead sat up and began to speak, and he presented him to his mother. Jesus knew that mother, without her only son, and having already lost her husband, would have no means in the world. And Jesus had compassion for her in her grief and in her future. And so he made a way for her to be reunited with her son. Friend, if you're grieving at this point, if you're going through a time of sad loss, call on the Lord, and in his compassion he will comfort and encourage your heart. The last result of the fall that I want to look at today is that when we turn our back on God, we lose our very sense of purpose and direction. And you notice here that when Jesus saw that great multitude and was moved with compassion for them, it wasn't because they were hungry, it wasn't because they were sick, it wasn't because they were grieving. It was because they had no direction or purpose. They were like sheep not having a shepherd. So what did he do? So he began to teach them many things. And that's amazing, because we see in Psalm 32 verse 8, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will guide you with my eye. And in Psalm 94 verse 12, Blessed is the man whom you instruct, O Lord, and teach out of your law. You see, the Lord desires us to allow him to teach us his way, the living way, that we might be sheep having the true shepherd. I want to close today with a prayer for you from 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 16. Now may our Lord Jesus Christ himself and our God and Father, who has loved us and given us everlasting consolation and good hope by grace, comfort your hearts and establish you in every good word and work. Truly, Jesus is full of compassion for us. So keep your eyes on Jesus. Well, may the Lord bless you. I look forward to sharing with you again tomorrow.